Hey friend, do you ever find yourself reacting in ways that just surprise you? Kind of like, why is this situation hitting me so hard? Like, why am I responding the ways that are maybe out of character for me? Something is off. Well, let me explain that. When we have difficult experiences in life, those memories store in our nervous system at the age, as a snapshot of us at the age that we are when they occur. And so if we're 5 when we have that experience, then the memory of that is stored at the vantage point of a 5-year-old. If we're 12, then it's stored as a 12. 20, it's stored as the age of 20. And so however old we are today, when life bumps into those wounds that were stored at a given point in time in our life, we tend to feel and think and react in the same way that we did at that age. Like, that's how the memory works. So when that gets activated and comes online, we're really operating out of a much younger part of ourself. And so it can cause us to show up in ways that are really different than how we navigate the rest of our life. What we can do with that is understand that part coming forward as a part of us that's wounded, that really is crying out to find healing, right? That God designed us, that when we have experiences that we don't have the resources to work through at a given point in time of our life, that it stores in this way in our nervous system, which then gives us the opportunity to be able to work through that at a later point in time. So it's a gift from God and a very hopeful thing, that we're not permanently stuck with the wounds that we experience at an earlier stage in our life. We carry them around with us with the hope and anticipation of being able to find healing at a later point in life. So when you find yourself reacting in a big way, I invite you to be curious about what part of you might be getting activated and what that part of you might need in order to heal. Because as you heal, these parts integrate into who you are, they mature, they grow up, and no longer affect you in ways that are not so helpful, but instead actually have joy and peace and wisdom that come from their healing, that empower your life to abundant living. That is that true happiness that Jesus designed you for. So be curious, get to know the parts of yourself that have been carried around with you for a long time, and figure out what it is that they need in order to heal. And know that Cassie and I are cheering you on as you mature into true happiness.